So last week, I was having a bit of a breakdown and stuff and dealing with some other stuff, but I was one of those people that did not get into the Halo Infinite flight test, but I did. Now, you be asking yourself right now, what the hell are you talking? What are you talking about, Garo? What I'm basically talking is that I was one of those people that did not get an email. I got invited through the flight. Not through the flight, I should say, but Xbox Insider. And thank you, Joker, a.k.a. Darkside Royalty, which is a Destiny YouTuber. He does Halo sometimes. 4K too. The man suggested me to go, well, I saw a posting where he suggested to his audience to go in there into Xbox Insider and check to see if you got it through there. And lo and behold, guess what Gara got? You can pretty much guess that everybody in my house came into my room after that and said, what the hell is going on? What is wrong with you? Why are you sounding like a monkey on about to go absolutely rampage on stuff? And I really, really do not say this lightly towards games that, you know, supposedly I'm getting promoted or people think I'm actually getting free advertisement from or special treatment from 343. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm one of those people that did not like 4 and did sure as hell did not like 5. But Halo Infinite, though, what they did with it actually gave me hope for the Halo franchise. Like, this is actually be a really good game. The bare bones that has been exposed to me with this game actually gave me hope. And you know what? I actually spent all day yesterday, which right now today is Thursday at 1:54 p.m. and I'm currently dealing with kidney stones. Yay! All day yesterday, while I was playing with the guys, talking to them, I actually made a meme about Halo. And actually a positive one. I'm actually going to play it for you guys too right now. So if you actually want to skip, it's going to be like a whole minute. And you just want to get to my 5 ideas about how they could improve it or blah, blah, blah. Yeah, anyway, go ahead and play the clip. All day yesterday, I worked on that. I worked on that clip, that meme, to put it together, just to prove a point that I do really think this game and its potential from what they have put together here, from what they've done with movement and the tactical stuff. That's going to be the first thing I'm going to address too, but I felt it was great. Don't take my word for it too. Let me tell you from some hardcore players that we used to play during the Halo 3 and Halo Reach days. You guys might actually recognize some of them because they've been on the channel before. One of them was actually a crew member when I was still, you know, doing the gaming channel, and YouTube got that all messed up, and that's going to be a discussion for another time. I want you to hear it from old Halo veterans like Waffle and Eagle.
I was like, yes, me and Matt are playing. And she's like, I bet you guys are gonna play that all night. I'm like, yep. you said fuck her.
Oh, dude, my girlfriend went to bed 2 hours ago.
Well, here's the thing. Me and her.
I could really use attention. That's cool. Bye.
Dude, my girlfriend deadass went to bed. She was like, "Are you playing Halo?" And I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "All right, I'm gonna go to bed." I was like, "All right, cool."
So as all you guys could see from the video, excuse me, I started there for a second. So what you can see from the video, obviously, they're pretty damn excited. And so is a lot of other people, like Mint Blizzard, McBlintz, Eras, some other channels. And you know what, though? So am I. I can't wait to get into the next test flight because this Halo is going to be something. And in my honest opinions, I'm going to give right now the top 5 things. If 343 does these things, with Infinite, this game is, it's gonna bounce. Halo's gonna bounce back, and it's gonna come throbbing hard back into gaming. And it's gonna be so much fun. Now, the first thing that does come to my mind, 343, what I want you guys to do, I want you guys to balance out competitive and social. And from what I've seen with social, where when we go into the maps and stuff, there's, depending on which map you go on to, there's different spawns of weapons. So for example, on this map, the skewer actually spawns in the middle. And now if you were to play on this map again, and kind of like a different tone, one map would have the sniper in the middle. Now on the right side, where you're kind of out on the open area where active camo and overshield will spawn, okay, that is awesome. That is an awesome concept for social. To switch up the map, the weapons and stuff. Try to give a fresh mix up with the maps and stuff. And trying to like get experimental with them. I like that idea for social. Which I think it is absolute fantastic idea to do. And along with the social stuff too, I want you guys to do other things too. Like, don't just stop with just having randomized weapons on the map and tactical stuff. No, I want you guys to have fun of adding like other game modes, like Fiesta Playlist, Griffball, Oddball, you name it. Also too, along with the fun side of Halo 2, what I want you guys to do is take some of the community's game types too and implement them into the game. For example, all my friends that have played Halo with me on Halo 3, Halo Reach, and everything, there is one game mode that everybody knows that I am infamous for. And every time you play Halo with me and you pass it off to me, you're going to be end up playing this game mode with me. It's called Michael Myers, okay? Now, some of you may be familiar with it originally from COD and stuff, but within this game mode, it makes one person zombie. They are utterly invincible to any damage until the last human is alive, which is last man standing, okay? So what happens with the last man standing is the last man standing can do damage to Michael Myers. They can either 3-tap him with a pistol or 1-tap him if they're close enough with a shotgun. All I'm asking for 343 to do on the social side of the part, start implementing maps into the how can I explain? Into the map editor, and not into the map editor. Jesus, I'm so sorry, guys. But no, start implementing some of the maps that people are getting creative with into the map ecosystem of PvP, of the social. And start doing with the game modes and game types and all that too. Just feed into that system, and the social part would be absolutely fantastic and bonkers to play. Can you guys like imagine for a quick second playing Fat Boy in in PvE in the social part of the game of Halo? That would be so much fun, honestly. Now, like for the competitive side of Halo, like the serious one, I'm talking about like MLG playlists, hardcore, ranked, that type of stuff. What we need essentially for that playlist is default maps and default weapons. So say like you're playing on Live Fire, which I think is the name of the map that's currently on with the gameplay footage. I want the maps, whatever 343 feels most comfortable with. Saying like they want sniper to spawn in the middle, they want active camo on right side, and then they want the heat wave to spawn in under the ground pathway. Okay, fine. Default map, perfect. Set that in competitive. That'd be the utmost perfect way to set the competitive scene correctly. Now, a lot of people will say, well, wait a minute, guys, shouldn't it just be random? No, because in competitive, I tell you, from playing from Halo 3 to Halo Reach, and knowing how the map flows and where the where the weapons spawn and everything, you have to know how everything works within that map. If you put the randomization into a competitive playlist, it's not going to end well. It did not end well in Halo Reach. It sure as hell didn't end well in Halo 4. It sure as hell didn't end up well as in Halo 5. Because God knows I tried playing Halo 5 competitively. Holy hell, I did not care where the weapon spawned. I didn't care where I could drop off to like not get shot at like if I was bullet sponge. I didn't care for any of that in Halo 5. And I know for a fact that when I was hanging out with Waffle and Eagle, they would agree with my sentiments on this. Because it is so crucial that you need to know the map and the map flow of where you're going on the maps in order to pick stuff up. Like going to Rocket Spawn, going to Heat Wave Spawn. Hey, that dude's over at Sniper Nest. Two on my X, one shot both. It's important to have these elements in there. And some, you know what, to be fair, some of the elements I did mention, like, you know, Sniper Nest and all that type of stuff, you guys actually did pretty well with it. So, for a fact, if you pay attention to when I die on here, and you look at the bottom left, they'll actually give you pieces of information where you died. So, say, like, for example, I died at Sniper Nest, right? I'm like, yo, Waffle, I died at Sniper Nest. There's 3 of them over there. One's got a bulldog, and one of them's got a heat wave. Essentially, I'm communicating with my teammates and telling them where I died so they can get the information like, okay, maybe I don't want to get close to them. Maybe I should go down maybe towards the active camo spawn and pick up the freaking, what is it called? The active camo. It's just simple things like that that will drastically improve this game along with its competitive side. I am not MLG Pro or anything like that, but what I've seen over the years, and I've talked to other people that have sweat their ass off in Halo games and stuff, and from what I've taken part in the MLG playlist, the hardcore playlist, and the rank playlist, this is the feedback that I've heard from the community. I've actually gone through Reddit and looked through all that stuff. I've gone to other YouTube videos and look, like Mint Blitz and all that kind of stuff, try to get some information from him. I've also gone through Twitter, all of them, trying to understand the MLG mindset of the things. And from what I've gathered and what I've processed, this is how I feel the competitive scene of Halo should be like. Now, another thing that has been kind of like itching at my mind, kind of, you know, getting my attention to say this type of thing, is the guns and the movement in this game. I'm going to tell you right now, the movement in this game feels like from Unreal Tournament and Doom and Halo had an orgy and the baby came out like this. The movement on this feels so good. And if you guys can sometimes tell while I'm playing, sometimes my sensitivity is not so good. That's because I forgot to, well, let's just say, fix that setting before I decided to, you know, play. And I just completely ignored it and just kept doing it. So that one's on me. I'm not blaming 343. That one was on me. But the movement on here feels really good. I'm talking about your jumping. You're using like the tactical equipment, the grapple. You're like grappling onto things. You're swinging around like Pathfinder / Spider-Man, going from building to building. And that's another thing too with the grapple too. I've noticed some footage from Hidden Xperia when I watched his stream too. Sometimes he would use that grappling hook. And if he tried to go above the buildings, he would actually be knocked right back down. Like a barrier that's preventing him from doing that. I'm going to tell you this right now, 343. Get rid of it. And put a timed kill barrier in there instead. And he's talked about this too, and I kind of agree with him on that. You need to replace that knockdown barrier. You're going to, if you don't do that, you're essentially going to kill off the map flow and some, how can I explain this? The flow of how the grapple hook's going to work. Because seriously though, Actually, let me get that clip real quickly and show it to you guys.
Grapple just even better than it already is on Bazaar. When I use the grapple on Bazaar, I feel like I'm almost like locked in a box. I feel like the map's too claustrophobic because I go for some like really cool swing jump around the top of one of the buildings or off like a radar dish, and I just immediately hit a barrier and get forced back down, which I really don't like. I feel like the map would be a lot more freeing and a lot more fun and interesting if I could grapple launch myself over rooftops. I think that'd add so many cool outplay moments and it'd make the map so much more enjoyable and less claustrophobic.
If you want to put more things in, like the grapple hook and how it enhances mobility, you need to get rid of those things that he was mentioning, 343. And trust me, you want to go back to like Halo 3 days and Halo Reach days where we had mobility of where we could do crazy things like jumping off the top of Spire, launching down rockets and stuff, and just having general fun with the game with mobility. That's what you need to do with movement. Get rid of these barriers and stuff that just stop the movement flow. And trust me, it'll all come together. But another thing that does need to come together is some of these weapons, though, are just, they don't feel right at all. Especially with some of them with the tracking, too. For example, like the Needler. I don't like using the Needler, but somehow, for some odd way, when an AI uses the Needler, the tracking is on point and it insta-kills you. It's like crazy. But, you know, it's crazy because when I use it, it doesn't do that. Like, it takes half the clip and then I could kill a person. But by then, the AI has already probably put like half, well, like, no, not half, but like more than all of its clip into me and I'm probably dead. Another weapon that kind of is just like, what is this? Is the carbine or the pulse rifle, whatever you want to call it. The tracking on that needs some serious help. Or it needs to be removed, either one. Because when I use it, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Doesn't track towards the head, doesn't go to the body. And that might be because of aim assist or something like that. And trust me, I would be preferably to remove aim assist. That gun needs some help. And needs something added, removed. I'm not sure what it is, but I would love 343 to look into it. Also, the Gravity Hammer 2 needs some work. Like I saw right there, as soon as I just saw it again too. What is with it just taking like 5 to 7 seconds to slam on the ground? I don't understand why it's like that though, especially with some of its, you know, when you slam the gravity hammer against the ground and stuff, usually not usually, but it'll either knock you up in the air or B, where that thing slams, it's gonna knock it the hell away. I'm talking about like debris gets flinged and all that type of stuff. Everybody, if you've used the gravity hammer before, you know what I'm talking about with the gravity hammer. But the gravity hammer within this game does not feel like the gravity hammer we know. It may look like it, it may sound like it, but it does not feel like it. Another thing to add to this list too is the head hit multiplayer. Now you may be asking, Gar, what the hell are you talking about? Let me get a clip for you guys real quickly where it kind of just dawned on me right now with my friend Waffle talking about it. Especially with assault rifle. If automatics have this head multiplayer on it, it needs to be removed. Listen to this clip real quickly.
John, try out the itch. John, use the AR, dude. The AR is insane. Aim for the head.
I'm sorry, but the head crit multiplier needs to go for what is automatics. BR, Commando, those type of precision weapons deserve to keep those. Because if you're going to keep it with the automatics and stuff, that's going to be a problem. Just like how I showed you in that clip, I pushed that AI without getting punished, and it just rewarded me the kill because I was aiming for the head with the assault rifle. When you use the assault rifle like that, I don't feel as much as rewarded with that. So please, please remove the crit multiplier on it. And trust me, I think the weapons would be alright. Some may disagree, maybe have more input on them. But you know what? Trust me. We're all different that way. Now for the maps. Oh boy. I'm first I'm gonna start off with like maps with like recharge. Okay. The maps are okay. Like recharge, Livewire. I think it's called Livewire or something like that. I can't remember off the top of my head. Those maps are okay. They drive me nuts though for how close quarters they are and stuff, and sometimes we get long range weapons in there. I don't understand. I remember I played one match where I had long range weapons in there, and it drove me nuts to the point. Hopefully we get some more maps that are more free roam around and stuff where we can breathe and do some things like Bazaar. Like a Bazaar is a little more of an open map than the other two. And I just want maps to kind of complement the equipment and the weapons to where we can feel free to style on people. And that's kind of depressing though too, that assassinations aren't going to be on launch when, you know, Halo Infinite multiplayer comes out, which sucks booty, to be honest. Now, do I think without, you know, assassinations being, this game's going to be bad? No, but it's just like, it could have been another thing to where we could have had more flow of the map, doing things, all that type of stuff. But like, again, with these maps, we need more freedom in them to do certain things, more pathways and stuff. I actually did notice in, what was it, Bazaar, that there was this actually cool little pathway that if you went above the same area where rockets are, there's this little department in the back where you could jump right into there and hide in there. And if you see a dude going for the heat wave spawn, where it's, you know, where it spawns, of course, you could drop down and back smack him. I wish I clipped it, but I keep forgetting that, you know, you could do that on an Xbox, no problem. Another thing with the maps too, that we desperately need in this game, 343. Please listen, because this is what makes me sad recently with recent games for multiplayer that come out. We need to be able to select the maps we want. I'm not talking about having like a playlist dedicated just to certain one map. No, what needs to come back for the Halo franchise and make multiplayer really pop the hell off is to have the veto system come back. Let us pick the maps. So say like, if I want to go play some free-for-all, I want to spawn into a map that's nice and spacious, kind of like Guardian, or maps that are that are sure not regret. Please not regret, because I'm gonna regret even playing the game if there's gonna be maps like regret. Customization is going to be another one, along with the battle pass I'm going to throw into this. 343. I love whoever's on your guys' development team who did these little Easter eggs with the codings about how like there's this one coding on the battle pass that was in the test flight called Shirako Razako or something like that, and the coding had your Spartan look like a Gundam. The coding was so perfect for the default armor, you looked like the original Gundam. And not only that too, there was another coding in there too that made Waffle's head kind of like, huh, excuse me, what? I can't remember the name of the coding. Oh, Scorpion Punch. That's the name of it was. Those little Easter eggs of where you're kind of like hinting at like, yeah, we love these type of series and stuff. Those are so cool to have in there. I noticed them right off the bat, and Waffle acknowledged like, yeah, that is pretty cool too, man. I want those things to kind of happen with this game. Kind of references and somehow, and you know, have your own type of codings and get creative with it. I don't mind that. That'd be really cool. But with the other customizations, like the armors, I want you guys to get creative with your armors. But kind of make it kind of look like in the Halo-esque universe. It's kind of hard to explain and find that middle ground. But so far with the helmets I've seen in here and stuff, I think you guys kind of understand that, to be honest. But like I said, I want gritty Halo armor and stuff. You can sometimes in the battle pass, you guys could throw us a doozy, like a unicorn helmet or that type of stuff. Hell, when Doom Eternal did it in its game with the campaign and stuff, and it brought the what is it, the unicorn skin for it. I should have a like a little picture pop up of it. It was just so cool to have and stuff. And I played the whole campaign with that skin, along with the DLC too. Along with another problem that you guys do have to address is fix that emblem system. I am so disappointed with that emblem system. Like, it was just, I know it's a tech flight. Guys, trust me, I know it's a tech flight. But, like, seriously, you just had the staple ones and we couldn't customize them like we did in Reach, 3, and the Master Chief Collection. Like, come on, Halo 5 had better one. But it's a test flight. I'm just giving feedback for them. That's it. Another thing, though, too, what I would love to see happen with the Battle Pass. Keep the idea of us owning the Battle Pass. Like, that Battle Pass is ours. So sometimes we need to take a break. Like, it's a good thing that they're letting us keep the Battle Pass. Keep that in mind, too, guys. I love that idea. Okay. I don't want to bother of... I have to have this FOMO of I got to complete this battle pass or I'm just going to miss on it everything I spent this $10 on. No, please keep that system 343. Please. Please do. And another thing too, those challenges that you put in to the Master Chief Collection for Reach and 3 and some of the others too. Because if you implement the challenges that you guys did in the Master Chief Collection, I should say, that system was really awesome, and I think it's a really good replacement for the Battle Pass in general. Well, not to replace the Battle Pass, but something to be implemented into the Battle Pass. So say like we're on Battle Pass 1 through 10, that whole thing where you could like grab a little piece of the token and stuff, and I could pick the 7th reward on it. It would just be so... It would be awesome to have that in Infinite, and a lot of people I know would be appreciative of it too. Also, another thing that does come to mind too, I've noticed some things that happen on Fortnite, and it's, how could I explain this? So say like if you're in the item shop, right, and I know you're going to have an item shop because obviously it's already in there. Give us a gifting system where we can send gifts to our friend. So say like if it's, thanks phone. So say like if it's Fluffy's birthday or my friend Joe's Waffle Eagle's birthday and stuff, I could go to the item shop, buy an item for them, and send it to them. And now a lot of people probably think, what if they already have the item? Then implement the system like they have in Fortnite, saying, hey, they already have this item, so you can't send it to them. And trust me, if you implement the systems to the Battle Pass and the rewarding system into this and the item shop too, a lot of people will see this and appreciate it, 343. I'm going to end this thing whole off right now. Just saying one more thing that's very, very crucial for this game, 343. Please listen to the community. Just please. Because when it comes to these type of games and stuff, it's very important to listen to your community. And trust me, listen to the community. We all come together and say what we really want. This game will flourish, and Halo will be back.